Hello guys, Susanna here. Well, we're up to doing the spring one, but before I do that, I will show you, this is the kit that you get. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Before I do that, I'm going to show you the winter one and what I did. Still got these little fluffy bits here, just put the buttons on. I actually went in and went around and just subtly put some of these little French knots around there. Right here did stem stitch, stem stitch and then seed stitch. Now anybody that's already got all this is like the third lot of video. In each kit you get something like this, which will state, that's seed stitch, this is that. So everyone, that's the summer one, so the winter one will have the same. And so because I think, did you see me do some of this? I'm not sure. I think I coloured it in, and I thought I'd do stem stitch and then just do a little seed stitch in there to colour it in. Really love, showed a few friends and they all love the little French knots. Love the way that this is all turned out. It looks so good. Looks like a little window. And then in the kit too we got these beads, and so I thought I'll do everything else, but I thought I'll show you how to do these little beads. So a very quick finish off of doing these. So we've all got this leftover bit here, so need to get, I've got the big, anyway, so I've got this. Just get a cream that matches the colour. These are quick, and there is white berries that are in winter. So I was actually going to paint them red, but I think that probably look a bit too Christmassy. And then we looked up on YouTube, my friend and I, she goes, I think there are white berries, and I'm like, okay now. And there are beautiful winter white berries. So I've got this little whole thing full. That was a big thing, and every kit's got 25, and I mean I've got 25 kits, and every one of them got a 3, and that's how much I had left. So just thought it needed something. Oh my goodness, I should have had this thread up beforehand, sorry guys, because this is encroaching on the spring one. But I thought I did everything else, and I thought after I did it, I'm just going to do a quick thing at the start of the spring one. So we're going to get these beads, and I was thinking along the line of here, and just get this. They need to be sort of sewn down. Some of them are a little bit rough. We're just going to go on the inside of that, maybe get out some of that roughness with a scissors or whatever it is. And then, okay, I'm thinking either here or down the bottom, but I think there looks good. Okay, so have that in the middle, and we'll just come up here and stitch. Just gonna stitch them down, and I might have one of them sort of one going up, but then some other one going on the side, if you know what I mean. Have it coming out of the side. I'm gonna really do want to make sure that they're being held down. There we go. Goes around that. So something that's similar colour to that, sort of like a creamy white. Okay, that one should be held down okay. I think I'm going to have one that sticks up like that. So we'll have one coming up like that, Where are we? There we go. There we go. Try and have it as close to the thing as possible so it's holding it down. If you want to, you could probably glue it down. That'll hold it down. So, and then the reason why I'm using this creamy colour is because I don't want to see it. So the one's side going side, those ones going that way. I might actually come up on this one down here as well a couple of times. Okay, going across, but at least I know that's being held down. Okay, and now put it in. And come up here. And do I have got that one going that way too? I think so. So one sort of sitting up and one going this way as well. Okay. So just have them sort of going at different angles. Okay. It actually was supposed to come up the other way, but it's sitting the way that it wants to. Okay. So, the ones that are sitting on their side can be a little bit hidden by the thing. So I'm just going to stitch it off. So make sure that it's sitting down. It just adds another textural element. If you don't want to put them on, that's okay, but I just thought they'd be rather sweet, something a little bit different. When I saw them in the craft shop, I'm like, ooh, something nice to add to the kit. Now here's the big, what we've done. I've got one small leftover piece. Where is it? There it is. So what you do, I've gotten one knot, but I reckon I may need to do two. So what I've actually do one knot on the bottom, sure I'm taking up quite a bit of time of the spring one, but that's okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come through the bottom and then go through. It's going to not be easy. It'll be another one of these things that I'm probably going to have to grab this because it's a bit thicker. There we go. Then what we're going to do is tie a knot, and I may do two knots, and that's sort of like the little thicker fluffy thing that's coming out. You know how they have the little black like a little seed pod thing, so that's gone in there like that. I might do another one just to make it a little bit thicker. Yeah. Push it in. There we go. So it's just sort of sitting in there really. So that's why you need to sew them down, and so I'm just going to cut that off, and we've got the little pod thing sitting on there. So might be able to do it with this one again. Probably enough. I won't do. So tiny little knot on the bottom. I mean, you've got a whole big one there, but I thought, I might as well utilise what I've got. Just the one knot to begin with. Then I'm going to have to come in through here. Where is it? So if you have a bit of trouble pulling some of these things through, which you do sometimes, you get your old pliers out. Okay. Put that through here. And then we're going to knot it. That looks rather cute. Probably should have gone with a longer one, but you know, me being utilising what I have when I've got this massive big thing, especially if I have to do 2 knots. So when it's got that loopy bit, you bring that down so it just sits all the way in. You could probably push that in a bit. There we go. Okay, I'll turn it off and you get the drift of what I'm doing, and then I'll show you when I've done. I'll see 11 minutes has taken. Oh, I'm back. So, how cute do they look, hey? Really like that. So that's just adding a little textural element to it. I think it's really, really cute. You can sort of see it a little bit on the side, and you just sort of do them if you want to, because it's just, see, they're knotted on the bottom and just being pulled through. Love that. Okay, we've done, that's the winter finished, and I love it. Really, really love how that's turned out. Okay, so we're going to be working on the spring now, and this is the stuff that you get in the kit. So I've already pre-cut and done a lot of it. You get these, you get, this is, remember, this is the one that you got in the spring one, and you got this one in the winter one, and I personally think that they need to be swapped around. So for myself, because I thought that worked better with the, you know, with these ones work better with the winter. So, but it's up to you, because they will work either way. That works on there really well, and it also works on the winter one. So, but I thought I really wanted to bring out some of this bluey green color. So in the kit you get these lots, so that will, you just get a little bit of thread with it, not all of it. So you need to go through your bits and pieces, you know, like yellow DMC thread or pearl thread or whatever you've got. But that's what you get in the kit. And once again, this is a bunny like the fox one. That's like a bonus. That's my gift to you. If you want to use it, you can. We're going to do a little garden, and I haven't put this in the kit, but I was laying down, I thought it needed something there, and I've got heaps of this, so I'm going to re-go through and put a little bit of this in the kit as well. So it's always a work in progress. Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll move that over. Yeah, it's beautiful. This is actually vintage, like antique-y, from my antique stash. So I really love that. They're all a little bit different. Some of them are the same, like that's similar to that one, but because it's from a vintage piece, and I used up pretty much all of it, and I got about, you know, some of these little bits and pieces left, because I thought I needed the yellow in some of them, and I had to unpick because it was an old vintage curtain. So I think it was a curtain. Beautiful fabric too, gorgeous. So there you go. This is a very special piece, this one. I just love the fabric. Now we all get one of these. What you need to do with this, I've just left it on because I thought I want to show you, that needs, this wire bit needs to come off. We're going to be stitching down, but I left it on so that when it comes time to show you, I just left them on, pulled them off, because we are going to be stitching that down there because it's actually velvet. So these are so pretty. Now down, vintage doily, vintage thing, my handmade, hand dyed. So what I want to do, you don't get to see as much of this. If you want to, you can put it a little bit different, but I really want to have it that you sort of see it underneath. I think I'm going to end up cutting some of this off on a bit of an angle. I know it's a bit of a waste, but I need the extra space. So you just cut around like what I've done on there, and we are going to stitch that down. But this is one that actually will go to the end because I needed to move it over because I need to put the word spring in here somewhere, and I want to keep that. So okay, so now what we're going to do, that looks like it's in the middle. Just going to use the good old glue as we do. Just glue it down. Oh. This is the glue that you use to sew the hexes on. Hexagons sometimes can be a bit sticky. Now, there we go. So I want it down a little bit because that's got to go. Yeah. Okay. Is it that way? I think it might be that way. Yeah. There is a right and a wrong side. Just holding it down for now. So I stitched around. I'll do it the wrong way. Oh, it doesn't really matter. It's just, it's what I mean. One of these fabrics that you just have no idea which is the wrong or the right way. Having that over. If I could bring it over a little bit more. There you go. Okay. And that will sort of sit out there like that. There we go. Because I want to see a little bit more of that fabric. Every one of them gets that. Okay, so what we're doing first is I'm going to stitch this down. So you will see that part and that part, and this would probably just have a running stitch. I want to do a herringbone stitch. I think I might do it in this colour. Really like it, the darker one, and this bluey one. Oop. I'll put both of them on together, and trust me to want to use the other one. See, there's the bit for that, and here's the bit for this. I think it comes out through here. There we go, I think. Nope. Okay, come on, where are you? Is it here? Maybe? Okay, I'm just going to have to pause and try and find this thread. Here we go. There we go. That's the trouble when you've got one thing and you've got two lots of stuff on there. I really do like that. Yeah, I just think that's too light. I really quite like that. Or we can go a darker green, but I just think this has got, when we do that, I like to have the variegated thread, and that's what you guys have got. There's a fair bit in there, so you will use some of it for your other pieces. Okay, now Yeah, fairly long piece. Okay. Yep. Really like, I love the background and everything of this one too. Every kit gets 3 buttons. What else here? Like one big one which goes on top of there, and a couple of little ones I'm gonna, you know, I've got these little extra bits and pieces. Just go through your stash. This actually had all green buttons in it, which is now all there. So I picked out everyone gets one big one and 2 smaller ones. So take that off there. That was just to, I put that on just to give me a guide of where I need to go for this. Okay, so each of my pieces have got a different stitch. This one is going to have the herringbone stitch, quite like that. So I think I've showed you this before. I'll just do a little bit. You know what? I'm going to hold that down with some pins, just so it doesn't go moving on me everywhere. Okay, so we know where it's going. Maybe a pin or 2 in the middle. I suppose I better do the right thing, hey? Now, yeah, I really like, I've loved all of them, and you love them all for every reason, for different reasons, and it's just the thing of this whole, you know, find the joy in every season. So you just come up, this is A, okay, and then the B, I'm just going to go on the top of that. Okay, and C, sort of line that up in with the A. Sort of a bit like a cross stitch, but a little bit different. And then come back up here like that. So it's a fairly simple little stitch, but I really like it. My heater on, it's pretty oh, getting a little hot in here. I mean, it doesn't always turn out perfect, and you can go, yep, see, going a little bit skew with, but it's okay. I find this is a really good stitch when you have got gingham or something like that, you know, where you can see the thing. So it's holding that down. Okay, back up. So it's sort of a variation on a cross stitch. I can bring it up to show you if you like. Isn't that gorgeous? So you just go up like that. Just really nice thread. I wanted to bring out, because it's got green and blues in it, and you go back, you sort of line it up with this, come up like that, and go over here, sort of on a bit of an angle. Look, we're now getting into a darker colour, which is nice. Go over. I want to do it on both lots, so we're holding it down. So part on the actual fabric, and then part, well, they're all fabric, aren't they? Part on the dyed fabric, and then the other part on this. And when we get to, oh, that's probably a little bit far over, but that's okay. Jeez, okay. Oop, yeah, don't have it too, that seems to be going a little high. Right, go this way. Oop. Back. When we get to the end here, because we can't see this, my pillow. Actually, I'm thinking maybe we can. Where's my glue? It is so gross. I might. Glue that down a little bit so it doesn't move anywhere, but I might glue that down. And there we go. Because I learnt from my last one. Oop. Along there. Okay, I think I might go up like that. That's it. I might pick up some of that and like actually sew that down. I didn't do that in one of the last ones and I wish I had have, so there you go. Saves on a bit of stitching. Keep going. So come up. Love this colour, it's really pretty. And what I might do is actually go through there. Okay, sets down. Maybe we should hold these down. Good old pins should do the trick. Now what I might do with this, and I'm going to come back and probably do some of the other lines as well. Is probably do a running stitch. Hold that down. So we need that because it's going to be fairly thick. Up. Down. There we go. That's about a bit, you know, try and keep a uniform, fairly big, the stitch that you can see, and then a bit of a smaller one that goes underneath, if you know what I mean. That's over the top, about 1 centimetre, and then a little bit smaller goes underneath, because you want to see the pretty colour on the top. Okay, well I'll keep going with that. Oh, that looks pretty. You got the bit of an idea of what I'm doing, and then I'm going to go all the way to there, and then we're going to do herringbone across here all the way to there. So when you come back it'll be done. I will also grab some of this colour thread and stitch that down. So I'll probably turn it off when you get back, because it's something that you've already seen me do. you cut around these. I think some of them are in pieces like that. Yeah, you just cut around them, and there are other bits that you might even be able to, you know, like tuck in. Each kit just varies just a slight bit. Okay, I will pause it, see it's ready 30 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, back again. Just a quick tip: when you get down to here, turn it upside down. It's much easier for you to start doing the herringbone stitch, because you're sort of, that's if you're, you know, right-handed and you're doing it that way. Yeah, because that's how it's done in the book, if you know what I mean. And so because I tried doing it the other way and I'm like, it's not working, I better turn it upside down. So yeah, I thought I'd just let you know that quickly. There we go, catching on. I'll be back. Okay, back again. So that's been stitched down. If you've got any of the Wonderfil products, this is Pearl, it's a Pearl 8, 126. So that's the colour that is. My husband just popped in, that's why I turned it off for a bit. Okay, now this colour, yeah, is perfect for it. So 126 in the Wonderfil Pearl 8. Just going to put that on there, and then I'm just using this colour because I sort of want the where are we? I might even put that up higher like that so that we can get the maybe that green thing there, and I might be able to do spring down here. Just look, so that we are still getting some of that in. You're still seeing some of the leaf, and I can get the spring across there. I was going to put it a bit higher. Doesn't matter if something is a little bit skewy. I think that's probably not a bad thing. Yeah, so I might start with the word spring. So I'm going to where are we? Get this. Just put a little couple of dots of bits and pieces on here, just to hold it down a bit. Now we're going to be attaching that on with I don't want to have too much on there because we're going to be actually stitching this, so we don't want to have too much on there. Okay, have that coming up there a bit, a little bit higher. So that I could have the word spring. I might have to go a little lower, but that's just how it is. Okay. I'll quickly write this in. Okay. Go, French knot in. Usually like to do my ends a little bit longer like I did with the winter. And then G. Don't want that to clash too much with that. There you go. How cute is that? And I'll go over it with the black. Alright. So what you're going to do behind the scenes for this one, is I'll probably stitch that like I did with the winter. I'm going to stitch around here, so hold the same stitch as what you did there, and in the next one I'm going to just do some stitching with this on there. We'll get this two, which I'm going to couch down probably there. Usually like to do one underneath, about 3. And actually, while you're here, I might get you to do the bunny too. So have the little bunny's butt sticking down there like this. I'm umming and ahhing whether I have this or not. It sort of looks a little bit like grass, so I might do that. So if got a little bit of this, there's a little bit here somewhere, smaller piece. So probably glue that down to about there, because I wanted to see the herringbone, but I might glue this down here because it's sort of got a bit of a grassy look about it, which is what I like. And it's going to have a little bit of a garden bed here, a bit like the autumn one. Don't want to put too much glue on here, just enough to set it down. So behind the scenes I'm going to stitch the bunny down. I want its little butt to go there, in between there. There we go. Still see a little bit of the herringbone there, which is good. Have that behind it. So that's the homework that we do between this video and the next one. Have that there. Okay. And then I'll stitch this down too, because I mean I showed you how to do that. You know, I think, did I show you how to do the summer one? Yeah, it's this back stitch, and you get this you know, you get it on your pattern, so you'll have this wording. You don't have to put it in there like I am. You can put this on the light box and see it, or when you get your little pattern like that, you can just do pencil behind it or carbon copy, and then you draw that on there like that, so you've got the proper word. Okay, well, I will catch you in the next one, and we'll start. So most of this stuff will be down, and then we'll start on stitching on that, and then I'm going to do a little garden bed and all that kind of stuff there, a bit like how I did it in the autumn one. Okay guys, thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next video. It's looking rather cute. So there you go. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.